Okay, boys, you ready? I just tell you from the Ma'amlo is something fantastic about there was a fork in the road. There was a fork in the road. And there was somebody sitting in the middle. You could either go right or you could either go left. So the left side, there was a lot of, it was like paradise, the left side. You know, you walk in the road and it has palm trees, coconuts, this, that, flowers, gardenias, all these different types of, wow, it looks amazing. However, at the end of the road is full of thorns and thistles. And it's disgusting at the end. The guy gets hurt at the end. And on the right side, however, there was a little bit, just a little bit of thorns and thistles in the beginning. But after that, if you walk much more further down, you see, wow, a huge palace of an island, of pina coladas, daiquiris, strawberry, all these different types of goods. So there was a person sitting in the middle of the road, and when people were coming in, they would say, listen, go to the right side. He says, why? He says, the right side, even though it's a little bit thorns and thistles in the beginning, but at the end of this road, it's amazing. How do you know? Because I went through it. I know what it is. So some people, they listen, and they did it. However, some people, what they do, they said, what are you talking about? It's so nice on this side. No, but you're not understanding. At the end of the road, it's a disaster. It's going to be detrimental. So other people, they say, it's paradise in the beginning. I'm going here. This is what I see. This is what I'm doing. But at the end, all those people that went that road, they got thorns, they got hurt, they got this. But the other people went on the right side. In the beginning, it was tough. But at the end, they reached the paradise. They reached the palace. They reached islands. They reached amazing things at the end. Rabotai, the Ma'amlo says, it's the same thing in this world. In this world, some people, they want to take, let's go party, let's go enjoy, let's go do that. And they do the craziest thing. They do the biggest averot. Paradise, well, what's the big deal? But at the end of the road, it's all regrets. They look back on their deathbeds and they say, what I do, I partied all my life. I did shtuyot, I did garbage all my life. They realize what I do, what I accomplished in life. What fun did they really pull down at the end of the day? But then they go to the other ones. The people, in the beginning, it was a struggle in the beginning. It was hard a little bit. Kol ha'atchalot kashot, like it says, all the beginnings are tough. But the other road, where it was tough in the beginning, but they still pulled through. It was tough in the beginning, but they still pulled through. They look back at the ends, at their deathbeds, they look, wow, it's bliss. Wow, look at that. Imagine, take a lady. In the beginning it was tough. She goes to be tzniut. In the beginning it was hard. She had to fight the current, fight her friends. Each one is telling her something else. Or maybe something this, something that. But at the end of the road, look, she accomplished. She said, look, I fought my battles, and she feels so good. Baruch Hashem, I was able to beat all the currents and all the bad mouth, things like that. I got a text yesterday. Rabbi said, what? I didn't even know who the person was. Just gave me a text. Rabbi, how do I forgive? What are you talking about? Some other person made fun of them and this and that and that. I said, listen, and they stopped doing some mitzvah that they were supposed to. I said, we don't stop doing mitzvot from people's laughter. We don't stop making mitzvot. It's a Mishnah Berurah, it's halacha. They bring it down that people, if they laugh at you when you're doing a mitzvah, I'm going to do it anyway. What do you mean laughing about? If this is the Torah and the mitzvot, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be strong. You don't let anybody stand in your way when you're going at the way. And you should know at the end of the road, it's paradise. I look at myself in my own life. I have friends. My friends growing up from the beginning. I see my life that it is today. I see it. Baruch Hashem, I went on the derech of the Torah. I went on the derech of the mitzvot. Baruch Hashem, it's paradise. It's not even the end of the road. You know what I'm saying? It's the middle. And it's paradise. You see your children, how they respect Yakibud Avayim. You see your wife, what a person has when they're religious. And I'm sure it's in your lives too. Go look in your own life. The people who put the derech of the Torah and the mitzvot, they see. How many times you hear grandmothers and they say, oh, their grandmothers where they didn't go in the Torah and the mitzvot. They didn't go that path. Say, you see how disrespectful sometimes their own children and their own grandchildren towards them. This is how they treat them. But then look at the religious. Look at the people who kept the Torah and the mitzvot. How when it comes holiday, everybody comes to greet their parents and their grandparents, or whatever it may be. Comes holiday season, Baruch Hashem, Sukkot, Pesach, they all come visit. They all come visit. The ones who are not keeping the mitzvot, who knows where they are today? You know, one moves out of town, one moves in Timbuktu, one moves this, one moves that. A person has to choose life. And that's what Torah says. Ubaharta behayin. Choose life. And what is life? Life is following God's ways. Life is following what Hashem wants from us. Life is following good character traits. A person has to work on his good character trait, believe it or not. He can keep the whole Torah and the mitzvot. But you have to be very, very, very careful from the way you act towards people. The way you act towards your wife. The way you act towards your spouse. The way you act towards your family. If you have anger, you have to eradicate the anger little by little. Take steps. Put a program of your own and say, this week I'm working on the midah of anger. No matter what, I will control myself the entire week. I won't get angry. And you work on that 1 week. The second week you take a different character trait. This week I'm working on being very patient. The entire week I'm going to hold myself not. I'm going to be very, very patient. This person's taking forever. I'm going to be patient. And then the next week, I'm going to work on my lusts and my pleasures and my desires. I'm not going to be like an animal the second I see the food. I'm not going to look at things that I'm not supposed to look at this way. Whatever it is, each person to his own. A person's a blabbermouth. This whole week, I'm going to work on it. Each week, I'm going to work on not being a blabbermouth. Talk like a machine gun. Person's talking every 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So you see, I don't know what to tell you. Come on. A person has to be careful in life. You have to use your words wisely. Lashon hara, a person has to be careful from. Each week, take a midah and work on yourselves. And you'll see throughout life when you work towards getting close to God, you're going to see your life is paradise. You're going to see with your own eyes. Take 1 week, this entire week I'm working on Birkat HaMazon to say with kavanah. Every time I eat bread, I'm going to say Birkat HaMazon with kavanah. You will see your own life. Wow! You feel so good because you're keeping the Torah and the mitzvot to a different level and a higher level. It's paradise. We could go on and on. Take this lesson, work on it. Remember, paradise, Gan Eden in this world, besides the next. Of course, the next is going to be wild. It's going to be, oh my goodness. The pleasure is going to be out. You can't even exist without Hashem giving you extra powers to exist. The pleasures of Gan Eden. But not only Gan Eden over there in the next world, but Gan Eden in this world. You will have Gan Eden in this world. And that's why people, sometimes they don't understand that. They see all fun and games. They all want to run. But over here is the fun and games. In the Beit Midrash, when you come out spiritually and feel accomplished of your accomplishments spiritually, then the neshama and the soul gets a surge of hanna'ah, of pleasure. And like this, we enter the day and the weeks and the months and our years to be fulfilled with Torah and the mitzvot.